Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for inviting me to speak at the United Nations headquarters. We're celebrating our capabilities and the joy on World Down Syndrome Day. My name is David Egan. I am 34 years old and the oldest of 4 children living in Vienna, Virginia, within the United States of America. I've been a staff employee of Booz Allen Hamilton for the past 16 years as a clerk in the distribution center, and I am an eager advocate for the causes of people with intellectual disabilities. I have been involved in many events, raising awareness, promoting initiatives at the state, national, and international levels to improve the lives of people with disabilities. I serve on several committees and on boards: the Special Olympics, International Leadership Council, the National Down Syndrome Affiliates in Action, and the Down Syndrome Association of Northern Virginia. The goal of these associations is to increase community awareness of the capabilities and contributions with Down syndrome at all levels. I have participated on a yearly basis in the National Down Syndrome Buddy Walk on Washington, talking to senators and U.S. representatives about policies to improve our lives. It is all about promoting inclusion. It is about our rights and new legislations that is and will support our needs, such as the ABLE Act, which stands for Achieving a Better Life Experience. Our community is also working with the Down Syndrome Caucus to increase research funds at the National Institute of Health with the Trisomy 21 Resource Act of 2011. Another initiative, which is working alongside the successful passage of the Rosa Law, which is working alongside the Spread the Word to End the Word campaign. In addition to these efforts, other legislation is being pursued to improve the current state of education and employment. Our goal is to work with members of the Down Syndrome International to raise awareness all over the world about our abilities of people with Down syndrome. An international caucus at the United Nations is maybe needed for the world to hear our voices. I am ready to help if others would join me. We need to build alliances, partnerships, and programs that strengthen our voice and build the foundations for generations to come. We are building the future for the next generation. That is the theme of this conference, and it takes people like you to imagine the possibilities. One of us, not one among us. What does that mean? That means I'm accepted in a group. It means people that respect me, they have expectations, and they believe in me. It means that people acknowledge that I have skills and that I contribute to the goals of a business. Let me tell you how it all started and why I'm able to succeed. Let me tell you how it all started and why I'm able to succeed. It did not all happen suddenly. It took many years to prepare. All through my journey, there were very special people. My family, neighbors, friends, teachers, coaches, and mentors who made a difference in my life. It takes a team, and they all help me overcome obstacles. Inclusion starts at home. In my family, I was taught that work is part of life. Early on, I helped with family chores, and I was not excused because of my disability. it was hard for me to accept the fact that I have Down syndrome. But it became easier when I discovered that I was not alone. I know I have a disability, just like many others in this world, but my disability does not get in the way when I train and compete in Special Olympic sports. It is not an obstacle when I learn and perform. It is not a barrier when I take the bus to go to work, when I earn my paycheck every 2 weeks. My disability is a challenge, but not an obstacle, and I can think of all the things I can do. At work, I'm treated like all other employees. I receive benefits, time off, and an annual 360 assessment like everyone else. I go to compulsory training and participate in all-hands meetings and corporate events. The company cares about my personal and professional development. At work, everyone from the senior managers to the most junior employees help each other succeed. I feel like that I am part of a team. The CEO of the company, Dr. Schrader, has stated, and I quote, "Work provides more than a paycheck. It brings dignity and community. When businesses open job opportunities to men and women with disabilities, everyone benefits. The individual, the company, and society at large." I am lucky to have a job, but many others do not, and so we need to improve the current situation. Last year, on March 2nd, I had the unique opportunity to advocate for our rights and full inclusion in our society by testifying before Congress about employment. I told Senator Harkin, chairman of the Health, Education, Labor, Pension, called the Health Committee, that employment of people with intellectual disabilities is a smart business decision and a social responsibility. But I'm also here to tell you, to be the voice of many individuals with intellectual disabilities who are seeking to be recognized as valued members of our society. Senator Harkin from the state of Iowa, who is the chairperson of the Health Committee, spoke about higher expectations as key to increasing employment among people with intellectual disabilities. Currently, employment participation for people with disabilities is estimated to be as low as 23.9%, a figure which Senator Harkin described as shockingly low. We need to do much better, he said. We need to address this problem aggressively and creatively in order to increase the quality of life for the more than 50 million Americans with disabilities, including almost 8 million with intellectual disabilities. We need to boldly go where no one has gone before, charting a new course to accomplish our ongoing critical mission and ignite the dreams that belong to all of us. And we will not regret it. And it's because our cause is an investment that grows. And we are making this world a better place for all of us. A place where people with Down syndrome do not have to hide and are fully accepted, are respected, included, and valued. It is the dignity revolution. Quoting Dr. Tim Shriver, chairman of the Special Olympics International, who coined the term at the World Games in Athens. Inclusion also means that I have to give back to the community. When I was 12 years old, I was dreaming of winning the race in Special Olympics. I still like the competitions. I want to win many races. But now I dare to dream about changing the way people think of us, changing the perceptions, opening doors for people with disabilities to shine and overcome their disabilities, not only in sports, but in the workplace and at all levels of our society. Now I want to ask all of you, do you want to dare to dream and imagine the possibilities? Dream with me of a world where people are respected and encouraged to succeed. A world where people with intellectual disabilities are fully accepted and have great friendships. Adults with intellectual disabilities can be successful. We have a message to share, a message of hope, a message of determination to reach full potential. There may be challenges, but we can overcome them with open hearts and minds. Transition, our world would be a better place for all of us, a place where people with intellectual disabilities do not have to hide and are fully accepted. Thank you.
Thank you very much, David. That was beautiful. Okay, let's move.